ladies and gentlemen, to the Milan Weekly Podcast channel. I'm Fabio, joined by my partner Geo, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. On tonight's episode of Milan Coast to Coast, we're going to be talking about the unbelievable victory that was Napoli, and then, of course, we're going to get you ready for the games coming with Empoli on Good Friday. Of course, we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff that went down in Italian soccer as well this week. But before we get into the full show, do us a solid, do us a favor, please. We are on our road for 2,000 subscribers, and we need your help to get there. So do us a favor, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like bell, so hit the like button and the notification bell so you're up to date on everything. Gio, are you ready for the show tonight?
We're ready, baby.
And we are not alone, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go!
Welcome to Milan Weekly Podcast, Coast to Coast, with your hosts, Gio and Fabio.
Benvenuti nella casa
Giroud in area, si gira, sinistro, rete, gol capolavoro di Olivier Giroud.
Mignon with another magical save.
Hernandez, coast to coast, del numero 19.
Leao carica il mancino. Eccolo qua, Rafa Leao.
Il Milan è campione d'Italia.
Oh, yeah, baby. You know what time it is. It's Wednesday night. It's only right to be with the champions. You must be out your fucking mind thinking we weren't going to represent. What up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Milan Weekly Podcast channel. I'm Fabio, joined by my partner Gio, and our special guest tonight, Timmy from Various Views, because you are with Milan!
Coast to coast, baby.
Hell yeah, baby! Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the show. Timmy, how the fuck you doing, baby?
I'm doing fantastic. I am excited. I am happy. Coming off a great win, but thank you for having me on today. I appreciate it.
Tim, you know we had to bring you in this week. There was a lot of controversy going on in the Twitter world, but it doesn't matter because all that matters is we got the 3 points in the bag and the message has been sent. You ain't cakewalking nobody, baby. Have respect for the defending champions. Let's get into it, baby. Gio, Napoli 0, Milan 4. How did you feel about it, baby?
Oh man, before everything, I was watching everything that was going on Twitter. They said they was going to dog walk us. They was going to do all this, but you know what? we the original dog walkers out here. We already dog walked Lukaku. We dog walk Barella. We dog walk Bozo. We do that, So to me, I'm just proud of the team, but I need more of this. These last 9 games, this is what I need. We need to make Champions League. We need the money. So, and then we could regroup and go again. You know what? That I'm just proud, Fabio. Like, I couldn't believe it. I thought, I've seen Leao do that one-on-one versus Torino, and he skied it into Tribuna. So when I seen them score the goal, I said, oh, shoot. And you know what? We got the little minion out there, Diaz. He was running riot. And, just proud, Fabio. Like, we shut up all the naysayers. And we told them, we the champions. You got to come take that championship if you want it. That's what we told them on Sunday.
You know what? And it's honestly, it was a real testament about the respect that we needed to get. Everybody's been disrespecting Milan because we've had a lackluster 2023. So it's been just an amazing few days. Timmy, what's your diagnosis of what you saw from this 4-0 victory?
How can I complain? I think besides a little bit of lack of possession of the ball, man, the whole team played amazing. There's some guys that stepped up, and I will say, Diaz, wow. And then Salamakers going on and doing what Cavada wanted to do to Kiar, right? Like he wanted to do that little move there. But Salamakers did it and scored the goal. It was incredible to watch. I had a great time. I was at the Milan Club Toronto, brought a new face. Nice. There was a big charity event. It was just such a perfect day.
It was. I mean, you're right. There really is not much to complain about. Kvara looked like he was the fourth best winger on the field. And that's crazy.
Yeah, that's insane.
But
insane.
Listen, for me, and I kept saying it, especially the people in the chat heard me screaming like a maniac on Sunday. This game was about planting the seed into Napoli's mind. We knew they could take this game easily because of the giant point gap that they have in the Scudetto race. Yeah. But they wanted to prove that they're way better than Milan, and that didn't happen. The complete opposite happened. I mean, listen, I'm not gonna. There's no slander coming today. It's not gonna happen. You better eat your salad because it's full of all the best things you need. I mean, you got a little Maradona in that salad. You got a little Messi in that salad. And that salad, when you toss it up, damn, it was hitting the spot on Sunday. That was a salad possessed. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And you know what? Amazing. You know how we do it here. We got to go through piece by piece. So let me bring it up and let's give these guys a little report card going here. All right.
Look at that.
Let's start. What am I drinking? It's a little cafe. I got to keep my energy up here. I know it's getting late in New York. So, all right. Mike Mignon, let's start with him. They're giving him, what's the rating here? Because it's a little
7.7.
7.7. All right. So,
first of all, when's the last time you guys seen green lit up like a Christmas tree?
Oh, I love it. I love it. This kind of green is, I'm not even going to say what I was going to
Second favorite,
right? Geo, Mike Mignon, what are we saying? What's his grade? You see 7.7, took a drastic shot off the face, which kind of went through his mitts, but he did take one straight to the schnoz, so that wasn't good. But like a trooper, took it like a champ and kept playing. So what's your opinion of Mignon's game?
You know what, Fabio, I'm going to keep it real because I talked shit about Tata Rusano, and to me, he was having a Tata game. He was flapping at the balls. He got hit in the face. He wasn't confident, so you know what? I gotta give Magic Mike a B. I know the team performed right, but he wasn't at that number one goalkeeper level that he is. I've been seeing a lot of people still mentioning Courtois and Allison. None of them can do what Magic Mike do. Magic Mike could go in the midfield and take the ball from you and score an assist. To be honest with you.
Right underneath Tristan's chin right there. All right, so we saying B. Guys in the chat, please put what you believe Mike Mignon's grade should be. Remember, no pluses, no minuses. We go with solid letters here. What do you got here, Timmy? What's your opinion of Mike Mignon's game on Sunday?
I mean, he clean sheet. How many saves did he have? How do you not give the guy an A? G, I know your take, and you're putting your expectancy up here on him because we know he's better than what he performed. But clean sheet, bunch of saves, give him an A. Got to give him an A. If you let a goal in, then maybe a B.
You know what? Gio's a tough grader. If I'm in his class, I'm dropping it after the first 2 days. You're right. Absolutely. The only thing I would say is that Gio has a point on this one, is there are a few points, and I believe Stevie mentioned it on the podcast on Monday, is that there were a couple of shots that maybe we expect him to kind of get a hold of him, but he kind of let them get away, but they obviously were in no harm. So for me, I feel like a B is a good score because, again, he wasn't asked to do that much this game. They did miss a couple of chances. Simeone had a good one early on that, saves, regardless of it. But for me, I say B. Let's check the chat here. We got a couple of people, A, 1B. Someone says B+. Timmy, you win. You got this one. Mike Mignon's going with that A. I mean, do we expect any less, baby? All right. Let's go with the captain because this guy we got to take a little time on. Davide Calabria comes back, gets into the lineup, and this guy has a great performance. He has an assist in the game, and, of course, where the hell is it? He's at 8.0. Woo! All right, Timmy, you first on Calabria. All right, we'll say Gio because
Um,
Gio, that's his boy, so we'll save him for after.
Listen, I can't complain. Like the only complaint I have about Calabria is his pace to keep up with Cavada. He did get beat a bunch of times, but he didn't mess up. He played a solid game. He put the pressure on him. He stuck with him as much as he can. Cavada's a great player, but he couldn't keep up pace to pace. That's the only flaw I found in Calabria's game. But besides that, I think he had a fantastic game, honestly. So I'd probably give him man, he's an 8, man. He's an 8 today. It's gonna be
Remind
very
me
hard.
what assist he had?
Second goal, right?
Brahim's goal?
No, Brahim, the first goal, I don't even remember now. I don't know. One of the
like
goals.
they say an assist, but I'm like,
It was one of the crosses.
that's a good question. Anyway,
Yeah,
we
we'll look at
digress. All right,
Yes.
so what's your great point you're saying?
I'm giving him an A.
All right, my man gets an A, straight back in class, and he's flying colors. Gee, you're a bit of the harsh critic. A lot of people saying A. Give me something different, or tell me why he deserves an A.
You know, well, Fabio, I mean, this is what I need. I need that effort in defending, like with
Yes.
Calabria. I know he don't have no pace. I told him to study that Carvajal video from when they beat up on Liverpool in the Champions League final. Carvajal doesn't have no pace, but he knows his positioning. And I think that's what Calabria needs to learn. Okay, you're not the fastest player, but that's fine. But you need to know your positioning. Like Timmy said, he did get blown by a couple times, but then you had the Lord Krunic right there helping him out. So that's what it was. And you know what? I was glad to see him. He was good, and he didn't make any mistakes. And I'm proud of him. I've been hard on him the whole year, and people could say I'm a hater, but I love Calabria. I've been loved him. I was the first guy on Twitter, on social media, to call him Capitano Calabria, and that's facts. I said that.
That's true. You were saying it way before that.
So it is what it is. I'm just proud of him, but I need it more consistent now.
Yes. Come on,
versus
do it.
Empoli.
Absolutely. All right. I'm saying A2. Kid comes back in, plays well. I mean, I honestly, yes, there were a couple of moments that I'm sure we can nitpick everything, but he helped hold down the best left wing this season. So I'll give him an A2. All right. Simone Kier, he was complaining not that long ago that he thought he deserved more time because the last game he played really well, which was against Tottenham. Now, 7.2 is what they're giving him, but gee, what's Gio's score saying?
You know what? I'm gonna preface this like the first 20 minutes, both him and Tamori, they were shaky. Like, they had a couple of vodka shots, or they were drinking Peronis in the locker room, or they were drinking Biera Moretti's. They was doing something because they was slipping all over the place, doing all that, and then they got their stuff together. So you know what? He said he talked a good game, and he said that he deserves a point to start. And you know what? After those shaky 20 minutes, I really didn't see anything, that I would say like that was really bad. So you got to give it out to him. He said that he deserved minutes, and he got the minutes, and he stepped it up. So I'm gonna give him a B, Fabio.
B. All right, Timmy, what's your opinion of what we saw from Kier this game?
I don't want to be too tough on these guys because, again, there wasn't no goals allowed, right? It goes to the base of the team, right? Everybody did play their part, but he looked a little bit shaky. Again, he got beat by Cavada twice. Unfortunately, the ball escaped the guy's foot because that could have gone a different way. But I don't think he was a great, like exactly what it's saying, 7.2. I think that's fair. I don't think he was any better than that. I also don't think he was any lower than that. So in my opinion, I don't want to add any, pluses and minuses. So I'm going to say it's a B, but it's a very close A, but it's a B.
All right. I'll go with the same. I think he showed exactly why he should get more time. He played well. I think him and Tamori are a great pairing. And they played really well. I mean, Kier is the type of guy that I think because of his experience, his veteran presence, that he's really valuable when he plays in the center defense. I think he's been unbelievable, so for me, I give him a B2. I think that's fair. There weren't any moments to me in my memory where he really like needed to be bailed out. But I say B. I think B is fair. I think we're all going with B. Everybody else seems B. All right, so let's go to Tomori. Now I'll start with Tomori because Tomori had one of his better games that we've seen in a while. For me, I think he had an A performance. There were a couple of points where he tracked back. He was able to make the slide, take the ball away. I mean, Tomori just played fantastic. He's an A for me. Tim, what do you say?
This is another one where I don't agree, right? Where I think it should be higher. That slide tackle was incredible. The man went flying, dude, like fly across that pitch so fast. He caught up with it. I think he had a solid game. I think the reason they gave a 7.2 is because when you look at it, it was his incorrect passes. He did have a couple mistakes. He did have a hiccup. So I think that's what they're basing it on is the incomplete passes. But you know, so yeah, but that being said, you know, it is what it is, and honestly, I think he deserves the A. I'm gonna give him the A on this one because I think he was complete. Like he was complete, besides a couple pass errors, I would say.
Listen, I mean, and again, you can't be perfect the entire game. I mean, many players are not perfect the entire game. So, but Tomori, honestly, this was an outstanding performance. Gio, anything different on Tomori? Or you believe he's A? Are you going to grade him lower? What are you saying?
Nah, Tomorrow he was good, Fabio. I mean, this is when we need now. Everybody, like after this game, I need the same consistency. And you know, I need them to finish these 9 games off. Like, you know, no more BSing like they were doing the whole season and everything like now. So I expect the same for the next 9 games in the league and the next 2 games that are already guaranteed in Champions League. I need that same effort. I need that same mentality, and I need them to pay attention and do that. So I'm gonna give him an A, man.
All right, A across there for Tomori. Not bad so far. A, B, A. What do we say about Teo Hernandez, guys? G, this is our vice capitano. What do we say about Teo's performance? He's rated the lowest here on FOTMob, which again, you know, we take it with a grain of salt. Their ratings sometimes, but they're only giving him a 7.0. Yes, no assist, no real great attempts that I can really remember, but played a solid game, and that's what's most important when you have a team like Napoli. And he's not always going to score, he's not always going to make an assist, but if he has a solid game defensively, you can't really say much about Hernandez. Gio, what's your opinion of him this week?
You see, when I talk about dog walking and all that like Dale, he's our dog, you know, he's our Bonucci, you know, but except that he not standing for that racism, okay? But that's not even here though. That we're going to discuss that later. Dale Hernandez, you saw what he was doing to Politano. He was pushing him. He was pushing that geese.
Beating him up, bro.
You know, so it is what it is. And you know what, Dale, he was the one I think that gave the team confidence in the first 5 minutes when he did that run. But and then you know, butter ass Moret, you know, he saved it. But it is what it is. So I think Dale's he set the tempo, you know, with that run, knowing that he was gonna get all over Di Lorenzo and that he couldn't do anything. And Politano wasn't going nowhere near him. He wasn't gonna pass him. He was gonna get shoulder to shoulder. He was gonna get pushed into tribuna and all that. And all he was gonna do was complain. So you know what? To me, Theo Hernandez A+. He sets the tempo, and we ride.
All right, Timmy, how do you feel about Theo's game? You agree?
Gio, man, Gio, why do we have to disagree on some things?
All right.
You know, I'm not even gonna go there. But what I want to say is that defensively, it's an opposite Theo. It's not the Theo we're used to, right? It's true. He was great defensively, but he did a little too much offensively. You know, not making that extra pass. You know, trying to do too much to score that goal. Especially at the beginning. But I mean, it's I guess if he got that assist, got that goal, he would have ended up being an A for me. I mean, defensively, I'm going to give him an A. Going forward, which is not his role, but it's what we're used to, I think I would give him a B. So I will let the chat decide on this one. Okay? My grade, I agree with what the chat says. Can I do that?
I mean, for me, listen, I'm leaning your way, Tim.
Yeah.
I think no goal, no assists for Theo, who we know, yes, defensively we kind of concede that he's not as great, but he had a great game this one. But no offense, it's kind of hard to give him an A. I don't know. To me, it's like, I don't know. What does the chat say? 'Cause I'm torn in between. Yes, we gave up no goals, so that should be an A. But he didn't have no assist. He have no goal. Lab Gorilla saying B. So you know what?
I think it's fair. I think he held the ball too much.
Look, Haitian Montana says Deo is one of his favorite player. A for him. You know, Jamie's saying A. We don't do minuses, bro. It's either A or B.
Gio likes to be different, but you
know. Listen, you know what? For a guy who defensively is not as, it's not what he's known for. They had a good game. They didn't give up no goals. Fuck it. This guy's getting an A. Let's go, baby.
I agree.
All right. Let's go to our midfield now. All right. Let's start with our Lord and Savior. Do you have some time for him? Come on, baby. What you got to say about Krunic? Timmy, speak about the Lord and Savior. What did you think about his game?
Honestly, I think he was pretty solid. I don't think it was his best game, though. So, I give him a lot of praise, but this guy deserves the praise. Like, if there's one guy on our team that doesn't get it enough, and I think people shit on a lot, it's Krunic. He does his job. His numbers speak for themselves. It's crazy. When you look at his statistics, you look at what he does in the middle, it's crazy that he gets so much abuse, I would say. Like, it's just, he does his job. He's probably the most solid player. Like, every game he comes into, every performance, it's always above average on his level.
He's the utility man.
He'll
unclog your pipes. He'll fix your electric. Yeah. He'll do it. He got you all. Whatever you ask Krunic to do, he does, and he does it. Not fantastic. This game, he was fantastic. I'm sorry. Lord Krunic played really well. He did get a stupid yellow, but it wasn't a stupid yellow. It was a pretty decent yellow towards the end of the game. Yeah, I mean, you can't ask for more. The guy hold down the quote-unquote best player of Serie A this season. He held them down. I mean, come on. You got to give Krunic an A, baby.
Yeah.
What about you, G? You going to say something different? The collection plate is coming. Are you putting money in?
You know what, Fabio? What I'm going to say about King Krunic, a.k.a. the Bosnian Messi, what I'm going to say is that Krunic was the best player on the pitch that day. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why.
Are we saying hot takes?
No, it's because he was helping coming back to cover for Kyer and Calabria because they're slow as hell. If you seen when Kvara passed Calabria, right there was King Krunic. He was doing his thing. He was recovering. He was doing it. And that's what we need. We need guys that going to put us that energy. And King Krunic, to me, I'm going to say he's the best player on the pitch. King Krunic. I'm sorry, Rock Nation. Your blood is boiling, but you know what? King Krunic is the man.
What's up, Frank?
Jesus Christ, Frank. We're not reading that one. That's just for the YouTubes. All right, so we're all across the board. Krunic is an A, right? Yes. Krunic played great. Let's go to our boy Sandro Tonali. Great performance. This kid had the assist on Leao's second goal. I mean, he played like a man possessed. He played well. What's the rating they're giving him? Let me see this. 8.4, baby. God damn, that's a great rating, Tonali. For me, it's an A. We've been waiting for this Tonali for a while because he's been suffering for a while. He hasn't put in a great performance in some weeks, if not before the World Cup break. So for me, he's an A. Gio, what do you think about Tonali?
Sandrito, he started dancing merengue on La Baca, and then
you
saw what he did that last play, boom, he escaped them. He didn't La Baca. He was like, oh, hold on. He put him for a spin. Shout out to Sandro, but I'm gonna say on these guys that I love the most, I need that effort now. Next 9 games, next 2 games in Champions League that are guaranteed. I'm gonna need you to step up. But he was on some sauce. You know what? I think the team really stepped up, Fabio and him, Tonali, Leao, Hernandez, Calabria. But they've been hearing all that cacararaca that De Laurentiis and ESPN and Football TV and BT Plus Sports and
don't mention football. Stop it.
No, like they've been saying that we can't compete with Napoli, but we showed them. We've been hearing all the critics, bro. We've been hearing all the critics, and we showed up to them. We let them know. Now everybody changing their opinion. Football saying that they giving us a chance to advance. Now BT Sports saying the same. Bobo Vieri, Interista, he's voting for us to, like that. We took their soul. So that's what happens. They diss us, but they just give us that extra motivation, man.
Oh yeah, Sandrito brought his leash back. I like it. Timmy, what's your opinion of Tonali?
Great game. Great game. He was all over Lobotka and Ingisa. He did not let those guys breathe. Like Frank already said it before I was going to bring up my thought, but of course. But I'm glad we're on the same page. But that being said, I think the big thing that I saw in Tonali this game is the fact that he was able to recover the ball without drawing the foul. Without getting the foul called. So like a lot of the times we, in prior games, you see him go in for the tackle, go in for the ball recovery and get called for the foul. And I think one thing that did not happen this game was him getting called on the foul and him recovering the ball without fouling the other player. It was a great game. This is, I think, the expectancy of Tonali. This is what he can offer, right?
Absolutely.
And we just need to continue to see more of it, man. We need to continue to see more. And
I
he's going to be a solid midfielder.
Smoke them Napoli boys. You're damn right, baby. They played great. That's another A for Tonali across the board.
Saludos a Mexico.
Yes. What up, our Mexican people watching? We appreciate you. All right, let's go to the last piece of the midfield. He was playing in that cam role, but Benacer looked pretty good. You know what? They were saying a while back that Benacer would be able to play kind of in this sort of three-man if he plays up, but like right behind the striker. Again, formation's all fluid anyway. You drop back. It just, for him being more forward in the formation, I always thought that was better. It seems like we've had better performances when he's up there like that. But they said 7.4. Timmy, what do you think about his performance?
Benny, man, he did his thing. He's one of those guys that, again, I have a little bit of a higher expectancy. So I'm like, I'm going to give him an A because I thought it was a solid performance. Again, I think he did what he had to do. This is a game he's up against guys like Lobotka, Anguissa, Zielinski. So like those guys are always covering him, right? So he didn't get the opportunity to bring the ball up as much as he could. He did it a couple times, but I think solid game overall. And also playing in a role that he's not used to, right? Technically, he's playing the trequartista role. So it's definitely nice to see. Again, I have no complaints, man. He deserves an A as well.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's an A. Gio, what's your opinion of Benny's game?
Yeah, Fabio is correct. He could play there because Arsene Wenger used to play him as a left winger at Arsenal, in the cup game. So he got offensive to his game. Now, Benny, the three midfielders, they did their part. They did. And I think now we got the three in midfield. I think we're working well, Fabio. And I need to see more of this. I need to see more of the pit bull in him.
Absolutely.
Because he didn't have no pit bull the last two games when we're getting shellacked everywhere. So, but now I'm happy, like this. I think, with this young team, every year when everybody's against us, like what I mentioned before, like they don't give us no chance. Like the team just rallies up, and then we come and we let them know. They let them know. And then I like now that how they're switching their game. Like I like how they now like, if they don't get El Shimen back and stuff like that, then that they should be scared of us. And that's right. Like to me, it's like Napoli, they're without Osimhen, they're like us. They're one dimensional. It covers and that's it. And he's not balling out and they're locking him out like they do to Leao most of the games, then they're not gonna win. But the only reason that they're on top, and let's be honest, they got two monsters. I mean, if Gabriel is not doing good that game, then Osimhen will take over, but they still have to like focus on both of them when they're both on the same field. So I'm just glad that the team showed up and they did what they had to do. Benny and the Jets, baby. Benny and the Jets.
No offense to our Jet fans, but don't ever say that again, all right? We don't want no Jets on our field. All right, so let's get to the top three now, our attacking three. Let's start with Brahim, the Wet Dream Diaz. That's right, he made you stick to your pants and stick to your bed sheets last week. Diaz, man, he took a couple of guys out and he made them wait on that margarita pizza line, and then he just fed Leao for that first goal, and he was scrappy. On the second goal, he made him and then made it in. Yes, he gets a little bounce on them trying to block it, but you know what? It's all good. Brahim, if you can do this for at least 11 or 12 more games, maybe we'll think about buying you. But it's probably not even a matter of anything we even need to think about, because Madrid might keep him, try to flip him. You never know what they're going to do. But Brahim, the dream, is a motherfucking A, baby. There ain't no doubt about it. All right? This kid was not an ant. He came like a fucking monster this week, all right? He showed he had that big... Oh, hey, yo, we ain't going to go there. Gio, what's your opinion of Diaz, bro? Come on. This kid was swinging it around like he had an elephant trunk, if you know what I'm saying.
Man, he had Ibaka looking like Bambi on ice. Y'all seen that movie, right?
Oh,
Bambi?
my God. You put Bambi to sleep after that, bro.
I know. So, you know what? Like, to me, that's the reason I don't want to buy Diaz, because, you know, he balls out 4 games out of the whole season. Yeah, he scores a crucial goal, but we need more from him. Imagine he played at least 25 games like that. Like, we would be balling out of control. We'd be doing so much on the field, you know. So, like, I want to say, like, everybody's like now falling in love with Diaz, but he not tricking me. You know,
listen, man, he ain't catfishing. He ain't catfishing. I know what you're going for, all right?
Yeah.
I know what you're saying, because I feel it most of the time. But when the kid shows up and he plays like a monster, you got to give him his flowers, bro.
No,
and we're not saying we're offering contracts, making deals, any of that. But the boy came through. You got to give him love. I know he might not show up for Empoli. I know there was some reports saying that maybe, like, you know, he had some ice on his knees and maybe got, you know, we'll see what happens. We haven't heard no reports. It's already Wednesday, so we think hopefully he'll be good for Friday. But I mean, I ain't looking for Adley. I ain't looking for CDK. I need more Diaz, like fucking Will Ferrell needed more cowbell right now. I don't give a shit about his contract extension. Keep him on the field as long as we can. We need our best 11. Timmy, Brahim, the Wet Dream. Well, you stuck to the bed sheets for him as much as I was.
So, you know, I'm usually waking up to nightmares with this guy, but I will say that my dream was well. It went well this time around. You know what? Look, maybe this is his new role. We'll see what happens. Maybe he's the right winger, right? Maybe it's just all maybes, because, you know, you can have, listen, you pay 38 games a season and you're good for 3 of them. Doesn't say much. Okay. It doesn't say much. Again, new position. We've seen him in this role before. When he's played in this role, he's actually done well. So now it's up to Pioli to be like, okay, Brahim, you had a few good games playing on the right wing. Maybe we'll go ahead and play you. I think what it does, so he has the techers. He does have the techers. He's gaining that. But I think on the right wing, he has a lot more space and freedom. When you're playing in a cluttered midfield, okay, it's very hard for you to turn and bring the ball up. On the wing, it's a lot easier for you to run the line and have the room to make your plays, right? So
Absolutely.
this is a position I feel like actually suits him a lot better, a lot better.
Definitely,
So,
and that's
yeah,
what
can't complain.
for me,
A for him.
A for Brahim, man. I hope that, again, yes, I'm the first to also mention that he falls asleep for too many games, for too many months, but he shows up in the biggest of games. If you just looked at 2022 to 2023 season, he showed up against the Juve game, which was a big game because I was at the 40-40 club for that one.
Yeah.
He showed up in the Tottenham game, which was a huge game, which turns out his goal was the decisive goal because it was the only one in the 2 legs. And now he's a catalyst of us just demolishing Napoli in a way that nobody expected. So for me, just ride him out, make sure contract extensions and what we're going to do, what we're going to offer, I don't give two flying fucks about that right now. All I care about is maximum points with maximum effort with our maximum 11, and I don't give a fuck. And let's get to the reigning. If you haven't remembered, if it fucking slipped your mind, let me remind you who the reigning MVP of the Serie A is. It's Rafael Leao. If you don't know the name, go look it up, hit the Google, and fucking get yourself some knowledge, baby. All right? Because Rafael Leao, and they said it. He said it after. He heard what you were saying. He heard what everybody was saying about Milan. Talking shit. Probably these guys were happy, dancing. Oh, we got Milan. We got Milan. Leao showed you why you need to keep your fucking mouth shut and have respect for the defending champions and reigning MVP, baby. A fucking A+. It's not even a doubt. My man plays so well, we don't even make him take the test. It's like when Gio goes to take his Spanish test. You know, they make it take it. You don't got to take the class. You passed already. You out of here. You know the language. You right through. Go take sign language or some other shit. That's what Leao was doing. He embarrassed these motherfuckers. He made it look real easy. And that quick turn and boom with the left foot. Man, hit it in my fucking veins. I need it. That was just an amazing performance. If there's an A+, it goes to my man Leao. Timmy. Did you feel it down in your cojones as I did?
Dude, what can I say? This is the Leao that performed last year. This is the Leao with the smile on his face. Whatever's going on, and I don't know if it's, contract talk, resigning, and all this. To me, this is the game he came out and he showed what he has to offer, right? We all know this. We've seen it multiple times last year. Continue it, buddy. Continue it, buddy. Yes, the money that this guy is worth after performance like this may be good for Milan. But I'll be honest, I love the guy. I absolutely love him. It would actually hurt me a little bit to see him, leave. But if it's to hurt me a little bit for the better of the team, then I'm willing to take that bit of a heartache.
No.
Right?
No. We're not talking like that today, baby. You know what? And he mentioned a couple of things after. He said, I could care less what people are saying outside of the building. All I care about is my team and my coach, and we're on our way. And for me, that's exactly what I want to hear right before we get in towards the end of the season. Let's just finish strong. Then we give him a brand new contract. They're even talking shorter contracts now, maybe an extra 1 or 2 years. Just give it to him. He deserves it. The kid is our best player. And what kind of fucking signal does it send to the rest of the team that the youngest and best player who's making great things happen for our club was an MVP? You're not going to pay him. Let's not even get that fucking avenue. You're saying
a good point,
A,
honestly,
right?
Yeah, 100%. But Fabio, I would like to give you credit on that point. It does send a really bad message if the best player on our team is not getting paid what other players last year were getting paid. You're offering this guy that has 2 knees and proves he has 2 knees the same amount of money that you offered a guy with no knees last year.
That's true. Very true. Very true. I mean, but again, Zlatan comes with other things,
Yes,
he's gonna sell t-shirts, that he's gonna bring a lot of, obviously he brought more than that because it wasn't really completely on the field. He brought a championship mentality, but he brings other things. But you got to believe Leao, if it's only 7 million, did you see who's getting paid what in the Serie A? There are some bums getting paid a ton of money. Leao is not a bum. We've been changing formations. We've been doing crazy shit. Half the time we don't even have a full healthy roster. All right. And God forbid he's got to play with fucking Balotore behind him. The game was a complete waste. All right. Yeah. You got to give the kid 7 million. Gio, I dare you to say something bad. I dare you. Leao was off the fucking chain this week. What's your opinion?
Fabio, I love you. You're my brother. I give you my kidney if you need that shit. But you a flip-flop, my dude. You know who our best player is? It's Magic Mother effing Mike. It ain't no Leao. No. We struggle without Magic. No. Magic Mike is our best player, okay? Number one goalkeeper in the world. Leao, he not even number one left winger in the world. That goes to Vinicius Hamahaha Jr., okay? So he's number 2, Magic Mike number 1. So it is what it is. But this is what I need from Leao. Like, just do this. And you know what I like about what they saying, 2-year contract? That's good. Because then that would mean he needs 3 years. He would have like an additional 3 years with this next year coming up in 2 years. So that's good. So they're going to have to offer us like over 100 million, to be honest with you.
I know, but come on. Let's not act like Leao is passing the ball to himself. If the midfielders are not finding him,
no, I'm just saying
a position change, guys. We're back to a position form that he is used to playing and likes playing.
Absolutely. He mentioned it was more space.
He said it is more space for him. After the talks, he even said it. And he said, I have more space playing in this formation. I'm more up top, right? I don't have to cover. And he didn't. I didn't really see him. Oh, actually, I did see him make one run back to actually defend, which was abnormal. He was just having a non-lazy good game. That's really what it is.
And honestly, listen, I'm not taking anything away from Mike. Mike is super important to our squad. Super important. But if you're going to tell me that your best player on your fucking team is your goalkeeper, what does that say about the rest of the fucking team? All right? That's all I'm saying. Mike is one of the best in the world, if not the best goalkeeper. But Leao is the player. I don't know if you guys heard, but Maignan never runs out of the goal to make a header or a cross or nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's the best goalkeeper, but we need a goal scorer, and that is Leao. He's the guy. He is the difference maker. So, no, I'm sorry. I might have said something that, unfortunately, Maignan was our best player, but it's got to be Leao. And we should not be thinking about selling our player. We need to keep him. We need to keep pressing. All right, last on the starting 11, Olivier Giroud. He still has a green score, 7.1. But I'm going to be a little hard on Giroud, all right? Now, he did what he needed to do, right? He always kind of gets the ball, distributes it, starts it. But the one clear-cut chance that he had, which is early in the second half, he completely misses the net. And I thought that was a big, big miss at the time because that would have put us to 3-0 and would really put the game to bed.
He could have scored a 5th goal too.
Yeah, and that as well.
That was right in front of the net.
But a little disappointed in him, so I would give him a C because I don't want to see him missing those chances. I need a striker that when you get one chance, you put it in the fucking net. All right? We need a high-efficiency striker. And Giroud, I know the poor guy is playing every goddamn game because we have bums as backups, all right? Bums. If I see another fucking Liverpool player who's leaving on a free transfer being linked with us, I'm going to break my fucking laptop, okay? No. If they're leaving for free, something's wrong under the hood. Don't buy that lemon, all right? So I'm giving this guy a C. I need to see better performances, Giroud. Come on, baby. Bury those fucking chances. Gio, what say you about Giroud?
I'm gonna be super harsh. He failed the class. Like, you missing sitters like that. You missing sitters like that, bro. Come on, nah. This has been going on for 2 months in a row, Fabio. Like, come on, it's adding up. You missing attendance. You doing that. Giroud, sit your ass down. You know what? And you want a Jacko money, or I don't know what you want, but like, we really need to upgrade because for some reason Pioli he only trusts him because these other bums that we have, like Rebic and Origi.
Oh, we'll get to them. We'll get to them in a second.
But he failed. It's been 2 months in a row that he's missing sitter after sitter after sitter. So he got to repeat, Fabio. He got to repeat. I don't care what nobody says.
That's harsh.
I'm delusional. No. You missing sitters, Fabio?
You saying he's an F?
He got to take the class again.
Well, usually you take the class again because you got an F, bro. That's how it works.
No.
Gio's like, he didn't even show up to the class.
He ain't even show up to the class. That's what I say. He ain't show up to the class. He ain't got no attendance. So he got to retake the class.
All right. Damn, Gio is harsh, bro. I told you, Timmy, you don't want to take this kid's class. I would have failed, bro. I had trouble in school. I couldn't stop
Professor
talking.
Professor Geo. No. I'm not going to your class.
Timmy, what's your opinion of Giroud's performance on Sunday?
Honestly, terrible. To the extent of not doing his job. I think he still did hold up the ball pretty
Yeah,
well.
he held up well.
He held up well. He did distribute it well when he had it at times. But I think especially when this team is playing this like that well in a game, the fact that he's not doing his job, and I'll tell you this, and I've said this many times, Giroud is not a guy that's going to run for he runs, he gives it his heart, but he's not a guy that's going to create a chance for himself. He's a guy that scores bangers when he's gifted the ball in the box. And I always back him up on this. I'm like, he gets no service, he can't finish. How do you expect the guy to finish when he's getting no service? He got the service this game. He didn't finish. He did. So he went against everything that I know he can do and did the complete opposite. So honestly, I'm not really like I don't really disagree with Gio's harshness on this one. But
incomplete. You kicking him out the class?
I still gonna give him that C to the D. I don't know about that, but the C is good. The C is good. Now, if we were talking about Tonali in that picture that Leo commented on, well, then maybe we'll save the D. I'm kidding, but like honestly, like he didn't do his job, right? Like he did part of it. He didn't do what is needed to be done, and I will give him a C on this one.
You know what? I think it's got to be C. I mean, Gio's the class that if I saw it on my schedule, I'd be, oh shit, I gotta get the fuck out of this class. I'm never gonna pass. This guy's gonna fail me before I walk in. God forbid you're a Juventino, he'll fail you right away. You'd be like, you cheating on tests, probably, you bitch, and fail you right out. Nah. All right, so let's get to the substitute because there was a super motherfucking sub. He might as well have the S on the chest because he fucking ripped it out as he came out that phone booth and he was like, fucking Salad Messi, fucking Messi Donia, whatever the hell his name is. Saladona.
Do we actually end up rating the coach? Just asking. Do you guys usually do that?
We'll get to him last.
Okay. So stick around. We're gonna get to him last.
All right, so listen, let's get to our salad motherfucking Alexis Salamakis, the salad man. 8.1 they gave him, and he scored immediately after coming on. What a great performance from Salad. Possessed. Something happened to this guy. They must have poked a finger in his ass at halftime and fucking started him up because this guy was out of his mind. He had like 2 or 3 other chances that were like, he fucking backheeled it to himself and he put in a good shot. I mean, who is this motherfucker? Where's he been? I mean, I'm sorry. The salad is not a fucking like appetizer. That was the fucking motherfucking entree this week. This guy was out of control. Salad, A, baby, A. I don't even want to see the DHL guy no more. If this is the real salad, keep it coming, baby. I'm going on a keto diet, and it's nothing but salads 24/7, baby. Gio, say something. Say something bad about the salad. I dare you. This guy single-handedly won us the Champions League. Didn't you hear?
Yeah. All right. Like, so Fabio, he's still failing the class because nothing he could do changes my mind when we're at war. We need you to come on versus Spurs, and you take 2 minutes. You back talk the manager. So that's in my head right here. But you know what? I'm gonna give him his props this game. But I still, at the end of the season, don't ever want to see him again in a Milan shirt because
this is hard.
I need guys that is ready. Fabio, when they ask for you, put on your stuff. Take off your pants real quick and come on. I don't need you arguing. You can't even take off your pants. You arguing with Pioli, but I'm gonna give him his props. He gets an A. But he failed the whole class.
I got it. Gio likes a man who takes off his pants fast and when he's told immediately. All right. Timmy, what's your opinion of the salad man?
Oh, we're gonna get into this. Are you sure?
Oh yeah, baby.
Okay, so honestly, you guys know me. We've discussed this. I've said this many, many times. Salad Maker is a great utility player. I think he's solid. I think he does. He has the effort. He has the drive to run. Do I think he's the starting right winger for our team? Hell no, I don't. And I don't think having him as a starting right winger on our team will help us achieve success. And what I mean about that is the fact that whether or not we had a different player on the right wing last season, we still would have probably won the Scudetto. He's not the difference maker on our team. Okay? So, that being said, this game, he was absolutely incredible. I like him coming off the bench. I do. This is where I appreciate Salamakers. Okay? To clear the air. Okay? So, that being said, great performance, incredible techers there. I don't know what this guy just tried to do what Cavada did and did it. Finished the goal. It was incredible. Okay? It was incredible.
I'll tell you, it was like the soul of Rick James possessed Salamakis, and he just went out there hyped up on coke, playing out of his mind. I mean, you can't say, listen, I agree with you 100%. Salad's the type of player that should be a bench option, not your starter. But I'll give you one thing. All right? When he scored, he grabbed that Scudetto patch and he went right to the fans and he let them know, you fucking respect the patch, bitch. Yeah. Remember who the champions are. I fucking loved it. If I could have, listen, if he was my student, he doesn't have to take no more tests. Salamakis passed for the whole year. Just for that one. I loved it. I fucking loved it, baby. And not only, listen, he did exactly what we all hoped another sub would do. He came on and he made a fucking difference with the minutes that he was offered. And he had decent minutes. He came in early because at that point, it was already 2-0 or 3-0. I can't remember because the third goal, was it? He was already 3-0?
He scored the fourth.
Yeah, he scored the fourth.
No, he scored the fourth, but I'm thinking like, did Leao score before he came on or after?
No,
he came on, Leao scored, and then he scored like 4 minutes later.
I think it
was the other way around.
It was at 68th minute he scored, or he scored at the 56th, whatever that says. No,
you're right.
56 he came in. So
he came on. It was 3-0 because they took Diaz out. Yeah, but all right, a couple other guys that I don't quite understand why he came on the pitch. Two of them, because listen. Yeah, it's like the Belgian quota needed to be made, all right? So first Salamakis came on, you got one Belgian. He looked great. So after he scored and we were cruising at 4-0, here come the other worthless pieces of shit on the bench. Sorry, you might like Rebic. I don't like Rebic no more, all right? He's not much of a backup for Leao, and when he comes in, he doesn't do nothing. He does it. Shots into the fucking tribuna. I don't need him, all right? Then comes the other waste of fucking space. Origi, oh man, if I could ship you out, return to sender, I'd do it immediately. What a piece of shit this guy is. I'm sorry. People might get upset if you talk bad about a player. Not me, all right? I'm sorry. My fucking tune doesn't change. Unless Origi scores a fucking bicycle kick in the Champions League, I want him gone. As soon as the league is over, get rid of him. I'm sick of him. There's fucking Belgian number 2. You know, I always say, you know what this game is missing? Some fucking Bakayoko, all right? Not only does Bakayoko come on, but for some reason, De Ketelaere needs to come on with 7 minutes left in the game. What is that doing? Can somebody explain to me why he's even coming on at this point?
Honestly, I think he's just coming on to so that people don't get injured in the last 7 minutes. If
then send Adley or Pobega or somebody else. Why the fuck are you putting? I know there's a guy.
I've never heard of that guy. I've never heard of him. Never
put him on the field. Why are you putting De Ketelaere out there? Why? Is he going to do nothing? Is he going to do something? He's going to do nothing. Nothing. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, and let's talk about Bakayoko. All right, Geo, close your ears. You might get upset. I know he's your favorite player and everything, but Bakayoko immediately almost gives up a goal. He loses the ball like a moron in the midfield, and we're running back to try to save it. I mean, why the fuck is this guy coming on? Does Pioli think this guy deserves 6 minutes, 7 minutes at the end of the game? This is not real. At least not real, just like birds. Girl, unbelievable. Yeah, listen, I would have rather seen Adley get 8-9 minutes at the end of that game than see De Ketelaere come out there and do nothing like he's done the whole time. Maybe Pioli has a fetish with Belgians. He just needs to see them on the field. He gets upset. You had 53 minutes with no Belgians, and then he throws 3 of them on in the last portion of the game. Why? I don't understand. Salamakis is the only Belgian I can tolerate right now. Origi and Decotelaire, I'm sorry, guys. He's driving me fucking crazy. All right? Just don't even put him on. This is a stupid waste of time. So, anything to say? I want to hear you defend why Bakayoko was out there, Gio. Tell me why Bakayoko was out there, please.
All right, so I think. Well, hold on, Fabio. What's his name?
Who? Bakayoko?
The guy that asked about Pioli.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember? Like the question?
Yeah, it was what's his name here?
Oh, Danny.
Danny.
All right, Danny. I'm gonna give Pioli a C because of what he's doing, like with the young guys. Like you guys are right. Like Bakayoko 7 minutes, but Ranks can't even get like garbage minutes. You know, garbage minutes is because we're like from North America when you're blowing out a team and then you start putting in players and stuff like that. Like we can't even he can't even do that. He got to bring in Bakayoko. I mean, 7 minutes for CDK. Like, come on, guys. Like, I'd rather had him come in at the 73rd minute. You know, now he's just playing games with him. His confidence is already low due to his part, but like now you're killing him. So to me, Pioli, A, first half, C, F, second half. So that equals to C to me because you're bringing on these players that are not even going to play for us. Like Bakayoko, what is he good for? He's good for the bucket hats. It's selling them, you know, and stuff.
He's that
like
model, bro.
Husney said it right. Pioli's playing Bakayoko, so he doesn't have to wear that pink hat on the bench. That's pretty true, man. That might be what it is. All right. Any other things about this particular game before we wrap it up here with this game?
I just want to say that, like, honestly, you can't judge Pioli based on a 4-0 win, right? Because it's very easy to judge a coach on being up and making substitutions that are not going to cost you.
That's true.
I want to judge Pioli when the game not that it doesn't matter, but when the game is decisive. That's where we should judge Pioli, right? And man, I don't know what's going on with these guys. Like I said, I don't even know who Adley is anymore. Franks, I haven't seen that guy in a few weeks. Like, who knows? Who knows what's going on?
Yeah, it's true. You know what?
Yeah.
And again, you're right. Completely right. And not much to really criticize the coach about when it comes to like these substitutes. He did bring in Salamakis, and Salamakis looked like a man possessed and added to the goal scoring. So that's good. It's just the last couple of guys I don't quite understand. And then when you put Bakayoko on and he immediately makes a mistake, it leaves you scratching like, what does Bakayoko need to be in the game for?
I have a feeling it has something to do with the contract, that he has to play a certain amount of games or Milan have to pay something. Like we have to look into this because I think
what a
there might
fucking
be a
horrible
clause.
contract.
Yeah. It just, I don't know. It would make
you know
sense.
what? If that's the case, 89th minute him,
Yeah.
right at the end, save of the 5th sub just for him. You get him in. Don't fuck this up. Don't even touch the ball. Just run around somewhere on the outside, please. So for me, I think Pioli did a decent job. He obviously had these guys with the right mentality, went back to the old formation, opened up layout, gave Diaz a chance on the side. The defense, he chose the right defensive players. There's not much to complain about on this one. He had the mentality and the team ready to go. So you got to give him his props this one. The thing is that this would have been a good time when you're up 4-0 to give other people a chance to get out on the field. Why didn't Pobega get in? Why didn't Franks get in?
There you go.
Why are we going 15 games at 45 minutes and an obligation to buy? Ninja. Jesus Christ. No, I don't want to hear. This guy is like a fucking cockroach in the house you can't get rid of. He's just hanging around. All right, let's get ready now. Milan, Empoli, Good Friday. All right. They're sacrificing Jesus, but we need to sacrifice Empoli this week. All right. We need to put them to bed, and they ain't waking up in 3 days. We need the 3 points. All right. So, guys, how are you feeling going into this game, Gio? Empoli did win on the past game, 1-0. So, what's your opinion of Empoli and this matchup?
I mean, supposedly this is like a scouting trip for like Makonda, but if he would just listen to my ass, like, why do you got to scout Parisi? He's been balling out for like 2 years. Like, what the hell is wrong with you, bro? Like, I don't really understand that. But now, Fabio, like, these are the teams that suit us. They like to play. They like to get possession on the ball, but they don't have really that much physical. They're not like a Udine, that could play, but they're physical. Those are the teams that we have struggle with, So what I'm looking for in this game is like for us to pick up where we left off, do what we have to do, go on a high, everybody ball out. I think they saying that Diaz is out and CDK or Salatas is going to get the start. So for me, it's just effort. Like, let's get this game. Like, let's just beat up on Empoli in the first half. Like, let's go up 2-0. Like, let's kill them and stuff like that. To me, this game is just going to need effort, Fabio. If we put in the effort and everything like that and our players show up, we can win this game. I'm not saying easily, but we can win this game. But if they're like, they're doing like Man City, when Man City play, pass backwards, pass this sideways, pass to the side, pass to the other side. Like, if we're doing that, we're not moving the ball fast, and we're not going to score. We're going to struggle. It's going to be another heartburn game. But if we play like we played versus Napoli, I think we can win, Fabio. I'm going for a win. We going for a win. It's Good Friday. We need the win, and then we basically Maldini gonna come down. He gonna tell Parisi like, look, guy, I only could pay $5 to $10 million for you, so you better work whatever you got out with Empoli, and then tell him to join the team. That's all I gotta say. This is a scouting trip. Why do we have to scout these guys? Like, this guy been in the league for 2 years. One more scouting do you need? You know?
And he was talked about as a backup to Teo.
And he did an interview. He said that he was willing to fight for the place. That's what we need. Those are the players that we need. A guy that knows definitely. That, he's not going to start, but like, that people hitting me up on Twitter, like, oh, he's a starter. He's a this. I was like, bro, if we could give Dale 15 games off a season, 10 to 15 games off a season, imagine him in the Champions League and we're in big games. We got Dale ready to roll. He's out there. He's hard bodying everybody. He's throwing elbows. He's doing all that. But now, Theo, he got to play 40, 50 games a season with no break, because if you give him a break like Bakayoko, look what happens. So I need quality there. If not, give my guy Bolazani time, okay? Do
God
something.
forbid we get somebody from the fucking Primavera to come up. Is Vicario expected to play this game?
Who? Oh, yeah, they said shout out my guy Vicario, who is back. Shout out to him. Number one Italian goalkeeper out there. I don't give a F what anybody says to me, because he is. And if you want to do facts or whatever, what has Gio done after saving that penalty shootout? Nothing.
He's had croissants. My man's eating croissants. But is it 100 croissant? Is it 100% that Diaz is out?
Not that I heard of.
Not that I heard.
No, but
I think they're just going to rest him. They're going to rest him.
Vitello said that they're going to rest him.
All right. Well, Jamie, you're asking, I guess
Ibra's out, man.
Ibra's not playing. Ibra's out.
He's going
Poor
through surgery
Ibra just
again.
goes and train and gets hurt. All right, Timmy, what's your thoughts going into the game on Good Friday?
Is it crazy that I can say that I'm more worried about this game than Milan, than Napoli? Because I feel like when Milan are the stronger attacking side and we're playing guys that park the bus, that we struggle a little bit to find
14th
goals.
place as well.
Right. So, what I see is when they're, Milan's great points are the counterattack. Against teams like this, they're not counterattacking at all, ever. So it worries me a little bit, but I think they need to play a good mix of safe and just try to finish off the game early. That's what Gio was saying. Try to get the game finished off early. Once 60th, 70th minute, we have a comfortable lead, sub in players, get everybody ready, get everybody healthy, get everybody relaxed. Champions League is around the corner, right? So we need to come in, we need to kill the game off quickly, so that this way these guys don't have to run 90 minutes. And the longer they're on the field, the longer we risk thing. I don't want to say anything, knock on wood, so I don't like saying that word. But
no, I hear you, but it's like, you're right. This team usually struggles when we face inferior squads, teams in the lower half of the table. We for some reason we make a meal out of them, but we come up big against, despite the game against Inter this year, we come up pretty big So we need to kind of keep going with these performances. These games are super important. Yes, the Napoli game was huge. It was huge for two reasons: to show what we were capable of in the Champions League, but also to keep where we are in the standings. Now, you see Inter struggled. I believe there's a big game this week. Hold on one second. Who the hell is it? Isn't it Juve Lazio? Big game for us as well. Lazio drops points there, gets us closer to second place. Remember, there's always a possibility with the stupid league that they're going to give Juve their points back. I don't think it's going to happen, but there's always a possibility of some atrocious thing happening.
If that happens, you might as well freaking riot. Like every team in the top 5 race should riot, because that's an absolute joke. I think if this were to happen and they get back their 15 points after taking it away, that changes a whole season. Yeah, right? It's a different play. It's a different it's so different. Whether they had those 15 points, would Juve still be in the same position if they originally had their 50 points? We don't know, because it could have altered a lot of things. If I almost will boycott, like literally, I will stop watching it, like caring about the Serie A, if this were to happen, because of the fact that yes, I expect that it could happen because it's Juve and we're used to it. But at the same time, it's something needs to be said if this were to happen. I don't think I don't think any team in the top 4 should just allow it to not say anything about it or do something about it, right?
Well, whoever's in 4th place when that news comes out, it's going to be the team yelling the most. Because...
Right, and they should, and everybody in that top 4 should be yelling, because it changes the whole dynamic of the season, man. You can't just we're gonna up and take the points away. Cool. Now we're just gonna decide to give it back now that Juve's out of the Champions League spot.
It's
idiotic. Terrible.
Absolutely idiotic. Any other games this weekend? Let's just look at Napoli's facing Lecce. Inter's taking a Salernitana, so they're not gonna help us out there. They're gonna roll over.
Jamie, Ibra is injured again. He got injured in training for Sweden when he got the call up, so he won't even be. He's not even on. He's in injury reserve list right now, man.
And the only other game that we have to technically keep an eye on is Torino and Roma. So we'll see if Torino actually can put out a good performance like they did against us, but they shit the bed against other teams. So hopefully they can at least help Roma drop some points. That'll be good for us. All right, guys, let's move on. That's pretty much it about this. Game.
I do not approve this message right here. Okay. I love Vicario, but he ain't better than Magic. Magic. He goes to Magic City and throw thousands.
Listen, all right. So we got one question that was sent in, which is going to lead into our brioche and indigestion. What's really my indigestion? But let me get to it. Hold up. It comes from our boy Alex up there. Alex says,
"Love you, Alex."
He wants to hear me and Gio and obviously Tim's thoughts on the Gong Show. That was the yellow card for Lukaku. He's celebrating his goal by shushing the crowd that was taunting him. And again, Serie A stuck in racism game. When it comes to this crap, the fans doing it really just must want to see the league die. Mickey Mouse, unacceptable crap in this day and age. Look forward to another Coast to Coast. Thank you, Alex, for your question. And that, of course, leads into my indigestion. Again, this stupid, archaic mentality of fans who have to racially abuse players. I mean, this is the love for the game, man. If you come to chant monkey noises and yell racist things, I wish I could say this is the only thing that happened this week. But, of course, Italy has to double down on being really stupid. In the game against in Roma and Sampdoria, the Roma fans are chanting racist remarks at Stankovic, and it takes Mourinho to come out and stick his hand up, like Steve said, like the hand of God over there, to tell them, like, stop, don't do that, because he's his former player. I mean, when is Italy gonna learn? All right, and why does this guy get a yellow card? For shushing the crowd, the ref gives him a yellow card? What the fuck is going on? This is the whole shit show that was the end of the Coppa Italia match, which ended 1-1. So we're going to see the second leg in the San Siro, I'm sure, be even crazier. This matchup with Inter and Juve, it brings out the worst in all the fans. And honestly, it's getting sick to see. Why would players come to Italy, especially if you're a black or brown player, why would you want to come play in Italy when this is the abuse you're going to get? Don't these stupid fans realize you're just gonna hurt the competition and the league? Like, it blows my fucking mind. But what's your opinion about what happened yesterday, Gio?
All right, you know what, Timmy, I'm sorry because he plays for your Brazilian national team, but my indigestion is that I'm sorry if it, and I hope it gets him. Is that stupid mother effer Danilo, bro? You grew up in an African area in Brazil, and you come out with your fucking bullshit that guy provoked them, bro. Like, come on now, bro. Like, do you hate your dad because he's black, or like what's going on here? Why do we have to protect people? What's right is wrong. What's wrong is wrong. Okay, say that Lukaku was provoking people, but you could call him a mother effer, tell him to go f his mama, go tell him to slap his kids and stuff like that. But
Tell him to go do voodoo shit.
Yeah, do stuff like that. But when you start doing monkey noises and all that, now you got hatred towards people. That's the difference between dislike and hatred. Now you hate people. So Danilo, you should be ashamed of yourself. They should. You shouldn't be able to go back into your neighborhood. And if they do, they should give you a couple whippings. To be honest with you, and then I have to give it to Fagioli too. Fagioli, okay, that's cool that they called you guys Vlahovic and Kostic a gypsy, but why didn't you speak up when that happened then? Why now? Because your racist fans are saying doing these racist chants and everything. Why you got to speak up now? So now you're protecting racism now. That's what you're doing. So you're an idiot. You get the dummy idiot of the week and stuff like that. And hopefully somebody steals your girlfriend because you don't need no girlfriend or anything like that. To me, the worst is Danilo because he's black and his dad is black. And I read in everything that he grew up in a black area in Brazil.
Dude, that's 95% of Brazil.
No, but I'm saying
80% of Brazil.
No, but the area that he grew up in is like African.
Real.
So like that like his area where he grew up, like, come on, bro. You're the worst because you're black basically, and you out here protecting these guys. Nobody could provoke you to be racist. They could provoke you to fight or to call you names, but to be racist, that means you hate another person because of their skin color or who they are. And for Jolie, you're just an idiot too. These guys got me pissed off, bro. Especially Danilo, because he should be the one saying, like, I don't care. Now, what they did was wrong. I don't care if he provoked them or anything. What he did was wrong. That's what he should have said.
Listen, all I want to say before Timmy goes, we do not support beating your children or telling anybody else to beat their children, or your father beating you, or any violence whatsoever, or calling other people motherfuckers, or to go fuck their mother, or whatever it is that Gio said. That Presidente wants to make sure the MWP does not endorse any of these comments. Timmy, what's your indigestion of the week, man? Because it seems a lot of it came from Italy here.
You know what? And it's funny. I had a conversation, I believe, I forget which day it was, but I think it was last Monday or something, the Monday just before or whatever. Like it was crazy that I defended the Juve fans and the Inter fans. The game was Tuesday, right?
Damn.
The game was Tuesday, and I said that, like, I expected from the Napoli fans, I expected from the Lazio fans, but even fans from Juve and Inter don't really do that.
Timmy,
what happens?
Yeah. You didn't even make it 24 hours.
Yeah, exactly. And,
talk about biting you in the ass.
Yeah. So I was like, wow. I was like, this is great. But so Gio, like, I might be naive, but Brazil, like, I've been there, I have family there and all that, racism in Brazil is very slim. The majority of Brazil is black. Like, I would say probably about a good 75% of Brazilians are black or mixed or whatever the case is. So there's terms used in Brazil that would not be cool to say in other places. And it's not derogatory. It's a way of saying big black guy, little black guy. And it's used on a daily basis there. And it's not a thing that is used in a sense of offense. So from Danilo's point, not that I'm defending him, he might just not know
I speak
better.
for all the fans. I kind of want to know what you're referring to.
I'll say it because it's not an offensive word and it's in Portuguese. So when you say negão or neguinho, it's literally just saying my bigger black brother or my little black brother. It's a common word used.
All
And
right,
like,
fair enough.
and in Brazil, when you go around, they'll say the same thing to me. Like, most likely they'll call me Chimon because I'm a big Tim. Right. So like it's very common. It's very common that's used there. So I've never actually heard of in the Brazilian sport of much racism. Watching the Brazilian league and stuff like that, it doesn't occur. Like, you never hear about racism in the Brazilian league. It's very rare. I could be mistaken. If somebody knows any time that it happened, please. I'm not 100% certain on this, but from my knowledge of watching the Brazilian league and my dad watching it, I don't see it happen there because it's not a common thing. That being said, I think Danilo might not even know better from that, right? So, but whatever happened, it's wrong, and it's completely wrong. And I think somebody said in the comments that, oh, the fans, like the FIGC needs to do something about the fans that are racist. You can't tell a person is racist going into the stadium. You can't. There's no way until they open their mouth that you'll know. Right. So,
well, they do. I mean, when I went in the San Siro, I had to show my passport.
Yes, but did they ask you, hey, Fabio, are you a racist?
No, but now they have technology, and people are stupid enough to actually put incriminating evidence, aka the guy who beat up 6ix9ine at the gym. I mean, what do you think was going to happen? You know what I'm saying? So, like, listen, people are dumb enough, they put it out there. So there's evidence of people chanting, and still Juve fans are denying that they said it. You know, you find all ways around it to try to justify it because
Jamie,
you don't want to, listen.
Sorry, can I just answer this question?
Mm-hmm.
Can you pop it up if you don't mind?
Yes. Hold on 1 second. Let me get over there.
What color is Cafu? What color is Dida? What color is Ronaldinho? What color is Robinho? What color is Roque Jr.? What color is Serginho? What color is Emerson? Come on,
Dan,
man.
you don't even mention the only Brazilian we have on the team.
What color is Macia? He's not a real Brazilian. No,
he's kidding. Brown. He's working for UPS. All right,
exactly.
What can Brown do for you, baby?
Dude,
listen, all I'm saying is that it's a bad look. All right, you don't want this continuing in the league. And again, we're not going to be naive and say, "Oh, it's only Italy," because me and Geo can say it. As Americans, there's a lot of stupid shit that happens here. There's a lot of stupid shit that happens in every goddamn country because it's a human problem. All right, but they have the ability to punish the fans. That in turn will punish the club, which will then in turn make the club be more strong-handed when it comes to this sort of stuff. If it's coming from a certain section, you need to identify these people, keep them out of the stadium. If they don't care that you lost hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars, because you couldn't have fans in the stadium, they're not real fans of you. They don't give a shit about your club. They're just fucking troublemakers coming to the stadium. So you know what? Give them a ban where nobody's in the stands. You know, on their return leg, make sure Juve has nobody there. And let's punish everybody so then they fucking learn. If they don't learn, well, shame on the club, shame on the whole league, and shame on the country for not doing anything. And listen, you know, people are joking. Oh, how come, you know, they didn't just take a knee? That didn't solve anything. It's unfortunately the only thing that solves anything is where you put your money to your mouth, where your mouth is. That's right. It. When it hurts your bottom dollar, people will make shit happen. But it's not doing anything. So what can we do? But let's switch to our brioskis of the week. We're going to start with Gio. Timmy, get your brioski ready, all right? Go get it out of the refrigerator, put it in your fucking water, and get that shit bubbling, all right? Gio, hold on. I know you're going to go your first one. Hold on. I'll find yours in a second. We'll do the first one, and then we'll get the second one, because I know we'll do this one. Hold up.
All right, man. So if you're in Macedonia and Skopje, you know, shout out to my brother Andon. You know, he opened a shop out there. You know, since we're international and we're global, we're just putting it out there. You go to Macedonia, go visit Ranchero, 100% beef. They're going to give you the best burgers out there in Macedonia, okay? So just go support Andon and do what he's doing. It's a great thing, man. Being a business owner, being your own boss. And he's a good dude, always speaking facts too.
Yeah, definitely.
But my next one, shout out to the GOAT, Mirela, man. Like, I want my daughters to be like this lady. She goes home and away, Europe, everywhere. 72 years young, what a goat of a lady. This lady's a goat. And any guy that disses her because she's a woman, you're an idiot. But shout out to her, 72 years. Man, this is what Milan stands for. A fan like this goes home and away, European. She probably even got married at Champions League 1994. There, she was doing all that. Man, shout out to her, Mirela. I love you. You're an awesome lady, and I'm glad that you post pictures like this. 72 years, and she's going still home and away, Fabio, at an older age, but she's there. She's taking, man. So shout out to her.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. That's beautiful, man. To all be so lucky to do the same thing she's doing at that stage of life. That's great. Gee, Timmy, you have a brioche this week. What made you feel good, brother?
I have. So do you want me to say my feel good and my not feel good moment? Because they tie into the same thing.
Rock with it.
The little scum that happened or whatever in the what do you call in the entrance to the stadium with Leao, Maldini and Spalletti.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, okay.
Feel good moment. About that with everything.
Feel good moment. Leao say, "What are you worried about? You pretty much won the league. Like, chill out." Grabbed Maldini and brought him with him. Like, kind of pulled him away from the conversation. And then, the not so feel good moment of the week is the fact that happened. Right? It's like, what do you have to say? Like, what for what? You're not happy already with being in first, whatever points ahead. You have to actually mention something. And you know what? And Maldini said it right. He goes, "Hey, we'll see the next game. We'll see you at the next game. We'll see you next time." It's a feel good and a not so feel good moment because Spalletti shouldn't be talking anything. Like, what does that do? It doesn't do anything.
Yeah, that's true. Now listen, at that point his team was down 2-0, and he was getting a little bit of a taste of reality. Again, to take nothing away from them, they're gonna still win the league. It would take a monumental collapse. So I don't think that's going to happen because they've been blowing out the lower half of the table, unlike us when we won the championship. Mm-hmm. So not much to worry about. Spalletti's just a crybaby like usual. All right, let me get to mine, baby. All right, listen. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to take over, push you guys to the side here for a second. Or I'm going to have to bring up, look, me and this guy finally got to meet. Let me make this a little bigger here. All right. Our boy Vinny T came to New York, and he got to come to the NYC club at Legends. It was amazing. The football factory was rocking. Vinny and me, he brought his cousins. I brought my wife and her friend. It was a good time, man. Let me get to, and of course, we had to take a picture in front of a club flag, which was great. Of course, Presidente Franco. I mean, he was there. It was just a great atmosphere. We had the great of course, we had the four horsemen. The four horsemen at the end with all the guys. I mean, these guys are fantastic. Everybody was awesome to Vinny. It was just such a great time. It was my wife and our friend Miriam. It was a great time. Oh, yeah, that's pretty much the last picture. But that's my brioche, man. Getting to hang out with Vinny. It was just a great experience. It was so wonderful. I mean, a 4-0 victory. Vinny couldn't pick a fucking better week. Every game I've gone to see. I mean, we were talking about putting Vinny like the Gimp in Pulp Fiction. We're going to lock him up and put him in the box and say, you ain't going home, bro. You staying right here. And when we'll bust you back out next time we playing. But Vinny had to get out of there. It was WrestleMania night. It was a big night for Vinny. But it was a great, great time. That was my brioche, man. Happy to spend time with my boy Vinny. I said it. Listen, there's a lot of people we missed, but our MWP family, we wished everybody could have been there, and it would have made it even better. But it was great time. And I'll just emphasize over and over again, if you're in the NYC area, do yourself a goddamn favor. Go to the football factory and watch the Milan game there with the club. It's an unbelievable atmosphere, and I wish I could do it every goddamn week. I really wish I could. But you know what? My ass is going to be there on Friday, baby. So let's get into our parting shots, and I will start.
You have to go to church, Fab.
Listen, I go to church. This is my church right here, all right? If you don't know, there it is, Friday, 3 o'clock. Get your ass at the Football Factory. It's on 33rd Street. It is right beneath the Empire State Building. Come on. If you've never been to New York, come check it out. The first fucking thing you got to see is a 3-point victory for Milan. It's going to be a great, great time. So if you're in NYC or the tri-state area, get your ass down there. Come see us. And then, of course, I'm going to be there for the Champions League next week. I don't know. I might go crazy. I might jump off the train if we win 5-0 there. But you know what? Nah, I'm just kidding. I'll never do that. Never do that. All right. Timmy, what's your parting shot this week, man? We'll leave Gio for the end.
Listen, I just want to say, guys, I absolutely, love everything that you guys do. Love what most Milan, fans and podcasts do. I think as Milan fans, we all need to be united. We all want the better for our teams. I love everybody that's in the chat and all the support that you guys have given me and they've given you. It's just amazing to see. So, guys, we'll stay united. We have to come together. We gotta do this for the better of our club and everything that we put out there. Whether we share different views, whether anything like that. Let's just all do it for one purpose, and that's to support Milan. Okay.
Listen,
And
it's
that's
okay
all.
to have various views, right?
Yeah,
I prefer it. You
It
know
is.
what? I love it right before a little MWP. All right. So
Yes.
listen, Gio, what's your finishing parting shot here?
Man, just want to say, shout out to everybody that always supports us. Liban Yusuf, Jamie Drummer, Lab Gorilla, Mr. Punchline, Fuji's and Funyuns, Facebook Frank, my brother Kimmy, me and him, we message every day.
Alex in the chat, Vincenzo Messina. Mwah.
And then Vince Mancini, Alex, he kept it real. Everybody that just supports us, man. My guy Haitian Mike, Sapaxe, shout out to my Haitian brother out there. Jamie Drummer, and Rock Nation, Rangers Kings fan, and the various views boys that came in the chat and started liking everything. And then my guys from Milan Club SoCal, Anthony and Jonathan, always showing us love. So thank you guys, and everybody's just like and subscribe, and it is what it is, baby. I can't wait till Friday.
You fucking said it. Tell them again, Gio. What do you got to do to help us out?
Man, just help us out. Help us get to 2K. Like, subscribe, share with a friend. Tell your friend to share with another friend, and then we could keep this thing going, baby.
And
so everybody like and subscribe.
And we could do this every weekend.
Yeah.
Is that all right? Is that all right?
All right. I love it when you're coming, Big Papa. Let's go, baby. Guys.
Let's go.
Listen, that's right, Timmy. Perfect. Listen, one more shout out for Timmy. If you're not already checking out his podcast, Various Views Podcast, check them out. They're on Instagram. They're on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to Timmy. He has great takes, and his boys are the bomb. I love them all. And listen, me and Gio will be here next week getting you ready, getting you breaking down everything that happens in the Champions League game, so you do not want to miss it. But make sure you check us out on Monday, the Milan Weekly Podcast. Vinny and Steve will have everything breaking down from the Friday game. Also, if you ain't subscribed, check us out on Instagram, on every other platform that we're on there. If you want to listen to us audioly, we're out there on iTunes and Spotify, wherever the hell you get your podcast shit from. Get it and subscribe, baby. Gio and Timmy, you know what we got to do. Ovunque sempre.
Forza Milan.
Forza Milan, everybody. Have a good night. Peace.